the 1930s, a time of economic hardship, political change, and in the underbelly of American society, the rise of Murder, Inc. It was in the early 30s, amidst the throes of the Great Depression, that this notorious organization was formed. The National Crime Syndicate, an overarching body of organized crime, played a pivotal role in its inception. Two figures loomed large in this shadowy world. Louis Lepke Buchalter, a labor racketeer with a ruthless reputation, and Albert the Mad Hatter Anastasia, a man known for his violent tendencies and unpredictable nature. Together, they would orchestrate a reign of terror that would send shockwaves through the criminal underworld. They were the architects of Murder, Inc., a group that would become synonymous with organized crime in the United States, and thus, in the shadows of society, Murder, Inc. was born, a chilling testament to organized crime's grip on America. Murder, Inc. was not your ordinary criminal outfit. It was a cold, efficient machine of violence. The syndicate's operations were meticulously organized, resembling more a military operation than a criminal enterprise. The machinery of Murder, Inc. was a clockwork of precision, an assembly line of death. Contracts for hits were assigned with ruthless efficiency. A contract would be issued by the high command, often powerful mob bosses, and sent down the line to the executioners. The hitmen had no personal connection to the target, ensuring emotional detachment and reducing the risk of betrayal. This was a business transaction, pure and simple. The syndicate's communication was as unique as its operation. A coded system of messages was employed, cloaking their deadly intentions in everyday lingo. A contract might be referred to as a piece of work, and a hitman might be called a mechanic. This coded language kept their operations hidden in plain sight, shrouded in mystery even as they operated out in the open. The structure of Murder, Inc. was disciplined and hierarchical. Each member knew their role and performed it with a chilling efficiency. There were no loose cannons here, only cold, calculating killers who treated murder as just another day at the office. Among the notorious members of Murder, Inc. were men like Abe Kid Twist Rels and Harry Pittsburgh Phil Strauss. Rels, a feared enforcer, was known for his brutality. Strauss, on the other hand, was a methodical killer who took pride in his work, never using the same method twice and never leaving a trace. These were not just criminals, they were artisans of death, their craft honed to a deadly perfection. Murder, Inc. was not just a group of thugs, but a well-organized group on hitmen. Their operations were a chilling testament to what happens when ruthlessness is combined with methodical precision. They transformed the act of murder from a chaotic act of passion to a cold, calculated business transaction. In the hands of these ruthless men, murder became a chillingly efficient endeavor. From the mid-30s to the early 40s, Murder, Inc. held a reign of terror over the criminal world. This era was marked by a surge in organized crime, with this syndicate at the helm. Their activities spanned the gamut of criminal enterprise, from assassinations to protection rackets. Imagine a time when the underworld was ruled by fear and control, where one organization held the reins. Murder, Inc. was not just a group of hitmen, they were a group of professional assassins. Their operations were intricately planned, their hits flawlessly executed. Assassinations were their calling card. The cold-heartedness with which they carried out these deeds struck fear into the hearts of many. One notable hit that sent ripples through the underworld was the killing of Dutch Schultz. Schultz, a formidable figure in the crime world himself, was taken out in a brutal display of Murder, Inc.'s power. The details of the hit, while gruesome, highlighted the brutal nature of this syndicate. But it wasn't just the high-profile hits that defined Murder, Inc.'s reign. Protection rackets were another cornerstone of their operations. They would offer protection to businesses in exchange for a hefty fee. If the business owners refused or failed to pay, well, let's just say the consequences were dire. This reign of terror extended beyond the borders of New York, reaching into other major cities. The syndicate's influence was felt across the nation, their tentacles reaching into every nook and cranny of the criminal world. However, the organization's strength was also its weakness. The more they expanded, the more enemies they made. The more crimes they committed, the more attention they attracted. And with attention came scrutiny, and with scrutiny, exposure. Their reign of terror seemed unstoppable, until fate stepped in. Every empire falls, and so too would Murder, Inc. The cracks in the seemingly invincible Murder, Inc. began to show in the early 1940s. The syndicate, which had thrived in the shadows, found itself under the bright glare of law enforcement. The turning point came when key members of the group started to turn informant, their loyalty to the syndicate waning under the weight of impending doom. One such member was Abe Relis, otherwise known as Kid Twist. Relis, who had been integral to the operations of Murder Inc., began cooperating with the authorities, spilling details of the syndicate's operations and crimes. This marked a significant blow to the organization, as Relis's testimonies led to the arrests and convictions of several high-ranking members. However, this downfall wasn't solely orchestrated by traitors from within. The relentless pursuit of justice by law enforcement and prosecution played a monumental role. One figure stands out in this pursuit: District Attorney Burton Turkis. A man of unwavering resolve, Turkis was a relentless force against the syndicate. His dogged determination and meticulous work led to the exposure and eventual downfall of Murder Inc. Turkis used Relis's testimonies and other evidence to build a formidable case against the syndicate. His efforts culminated in the sensational trial of 1941, where several key members of Murder Inc. were convicted for their heinous crimes. This marked the beginning of the end for the syndicate. The once feared Murder Inc., which had instilled terror and claimed countless lives, started to crumble. Its leaders, once untouchable, were now behind bars. The structure that had held the organization together began to fall apart, and the members who had once operated with impunity were now on the run, their reign of terror brought to a screeching halt. The downfall of Murder Inc. serves as a stark reminder that even the most formidable of empires can fall, and that justice, however delayed, is never denied. With the conviction of its leaders, the once feared Murder Inc. was no more. Although Murder Inc. met its end, its shadow still looms large over the history of organized crime. Even though their reign of terror was ultimately halted, the impact and legacy of this notorious syndicate are undeniable. Murder Inc. permanently altered the landscape of organized crime, setting a precedent that many future criminal outfits would emulate. The group's audacious operations, its sprawling network, and its cold-blooded efficiency became a blueprint for subsequent organized crime enterprises. Their modus operandi, though chilling, became a case study in how crime could be organized on an industrial scale. The influence of Murder Inc. extends beyond the underworld, permeating popular culture in a myriad of ways. The syndicate's darkly fascinating story has inspired countless creative works. There are books that delve into the intricate workings of the organization, dissecting its operations and examining its members. Their tales have also found their way into the silver screen, with movies dramatizing their audacious exploits and their eventual downfall. Television shows have likewise incorporated elements of their story, underscoring the enduring fascination with this infamous group. Yet, it's crucial to remember that the cultural fascination with Murder Inc. should not eclipse the very real human cost of their actions. Their legacy is also a roll call of victims, lives cut brutally short in the name of avarice and power. It's a sobering reminder of the devastating consequences when lawlessness and violence are allowed to thrive unchecked. In the end, Murder Inc.'s legacy is twofold. On one hand, it's a cautionary tale about the allure of power and the ruinous path of violence. On the other, it's a testament to the resilience of justice, a story of how, in the end, even the most fearsome criminal syndicate can be brought to its knees. Murder Inc. serves as a chilling reminder of a dark chapter in American history, a testament to the depths of human capacity for organized violence. The tale of Murder Inc. is a chilling saga of organized crime, violence, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Born in the heart of Brooklyn, this syndicate evolved into a ruthless machinery of murder, sowing a reign of terror that shook America. From their shadowy origins, they orchestrated some of the most notorious crimes, leaving a trail of fear and violence in their wake. Yet, their downfall was as dramatic as their rise, brought about by their own hubris and the unyielding arm of the law. Their legacy, a grim reminder of the lengths to which humanity can descend when lured by power and greed, has indelibly shaped the history of organized crime. The story of Murder Inc. is not just about the dark deeds of a criminal syndicate, but also about the relentless pursuit of justice and the resilience of society in the face of such terror. In the annals of crime, Murder Inc. remains a chilling symbol of the dark underbelly of the American dream.